Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zaky Mubarak and I'm from Class 2B, English Department, Padang State Polytechnic. In this video, I'm going to give the explanation about my presentation, and my group are: the first one is Alpadino, the second is Dola Aviola, and the third is Feblia Iralivani. So in this video, we are going to talk about what are types of public speaking. First one, we should know what is public speaking. Public speaking is an oral presentation or speech delivered to a live audience. It is generally a formal or staged event. And to the next slide, there are four types of public speaking. The first one is ceremonial speaking, and the second is demonstrative speaking, and the third is informative speaking, and the last is persuasive speaking. Let's talk detail about ceremonial speaking. Ceremonial speaking is when you give a speech on a special occasion. For instance, a graduation speech, a wedding, or an office party. This type of speech often involves a personal or emotional connection to a people you are speaking to. There are keys to a ceremonial speaking include: the first one, personal touch. When giving a commercial speech, you will want to give it a personal touch. This means including a story that goes along with what or whom you are talking about. Next is occasion focus. An important part of a ceremonial speech is it needs to stick to the occasions. This is not the time to bring up anything other than who or what is being celebrated. Third, brevity. For those who get anxious speaking, ceremonial speaking is one of the easier types of speech to make. That's because generally speaking, ceremonial speaking is often brief and personal. You can speak from the here, and that's powerful. Just remember to keep your message short. Your audience is there to celebrate, so a long drawn-out speech will cause your audience to become disengaged. 2. Demonstrative speaking. If you are a manager or aspire to be one, demonstrative speaking is a skill you will want to cultivate, because demonstrative speaking is explaining to others how to do something. For example, when you finally understood the difficult concept, you are able to explain it to your friends in a group that they can understand it. That is what is demonstrative speech. The third, informative speaking. At work, this means giving a vital company-wide updates or team information. An informative speech is the transferring of the data and information from one person to a group. Informative speaking is often in a meeting setting, and being able to lead it is important because it helps. The first one, facilitate conversation. Being able to facilitate a productive conversation will help set you apart and help build your authority. Second, build credibility. Informative speaking can help you build credibility because you are informing others of something they might not have known about before. The third, cultivate leadership skills. The more you inform others, the more leadership skill you will develop. That's because a good leader never leaves others in the door. We move to the last types of public speaking, that is about persuasive speaking. Persuasive speaking is about convincing your audience of your idea or your points of view. Persuasive speaking usually includes emotional elements and a strong language. A persuasive speech can be used to an investor to invest in your company or to get your boss to approve your idea. Persuasive speaking is used to help you sell your idea to your team. In effect, you also use a persuasive speaking to get a raises. Persuasive speaking use many different communication skills to create the greatest impact. You will want to be sure to include these three elements to sound convincing. The first one, tone of voice. Your tone of voice will make a huge impact on your persuasive speech. It will also inform your audience on how they should feel while listening. Second, body language. Your hand gesture, eye contact, and posture are tools you can use to improve your persuasive speech. Your body language helps set the tone and can draw the listener in. The third, crafting your message. When giving a persuasive speech, you will want to make sure that you take time to craft your message. The first one, start off with the most interesting part. 2. Tailor your message to your audience. 3. Think about what your audience want to hear. That's all about my presentation from Group 1. Thank you for listening and watching. I'm Zaky Mubarak and I will end this video by saying Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.